Hey, what's up, guys? It's Devin Harrington, the average Gen Xer, and welcome back to my channel, where today we are headed over to the Alexandra Rodriguez sub to see what the good people of Reddit have to say about the big ol' filter denier this week. So let's get to it. But first, this is the part of the video where I encourage any and all animal lovers out there, please consider fostering or volunteering on site for your local animal shelter. This big girl is Goldie, and she is barely 4 months old, and she is going to be very tall. She's going to be a long, leggy blonde when she grows up. But she was a stray that came into the shelter with a broken pelvis, probably hit by a car. And luckily, I was able to foster so she can recover from her injuries and become more adoptable and find her family. So if you love animals, please give it some thought. Help save the world. And now on to Alexandra. So the main theme this week is that Alex desperately wants another baby. And Anderson, her first baby, just recently turned 1 year old. And so now that's all she talks about is how she wants another baby, because Anderson is not a baby anymore. And let's all remember that Alex has always given the impression that she's not interested in raising children. She's interested in being seen to be a mommy and having babies. But the people of Reddit had plenty to say about it. So Move Suspicious posted this, titled, "This lazy, morbidly obese girl can't even stay awake after binging on lunch. She needs an afternoon nap like a grizzly bear, but she's begging and obsessing over wanting another baby. She makes Anderson sleep whenever he's with her and puts him in daycare the rest of the time while she shops at Target and hits up every fast food joint. Yet in every vlog lately, she's saying Anderson is looking for his sibling and constantly bringing up baby number 2. She can't even stay awake with her pumpkin caramel coffee and 3 extra Alanis a day. And she drinks all that caffeine and still needs a nap. Well, she needs the nap because she drinks all that sugar and caffeine, it should be said. Yeah, the caffeine and the sugar are the reason why she needs a nap. And I say that because I used to drink sugary coffee drinks every day too, and constantly looking for the caffeine. And the caffeine isn't doing anything except giving you a little bit of a rush and then a crash. So that's why you need a nap. Okay, Move Suspicious goes on. How the fuck does she think she can handle being pregnant with also having a toddler and then having a newborn with an almost 2-year-old running around? Her obsession with wanting a girl is gross. So ungrateful with what she's already been given. Poor Anderson and Bruno already suffer. They're already neglected now. It will be 10 times worse with another baby. This bitch hasn't wanted Anderson since he was born. She avoided him like the plague and has bought an electronic machine to do every motherly thing possible so she doesn't have to. Yeah, that's for damn sure. She's freaking ridiculous with her consumerism. Maybe remember the snoo, the baby snoo? She can't even rock her baby. She had to have the rocking bassinet that senses movement and noise and rocks the kid back to sleep. Poor Anderson. She was too lazy to even mix formula herself or wash bottles. She couldn't be bothered to hold and rock her newborn, but is clearly hinting at wanting another baby when she couldn't give a fuck about her son and escaped all responsibilities since he was born. Yar is a sellout if he does this. If he has a new car, we know why. Clock it. Well, he does have a new Tesla, doesn't he? Doesn't he have like a new red Tesla with white interior? That would seem to be his push present, if you will. Mel Moonlight said, but she's 40 pounds down and all of her clothes are way too big for her. She's skinty. Yeah, we'll get to that. Alex is also claiming she's lost 40 pounds. But photographs would say otherwise. Move Suspicious commented or responded, this girl barely leaves the couch. The only time she stands up is to walk to the damn kitchen. Mel Moonlight responded, LOL for real, but somehow we're supposed to believe she's lost so much weight? Crazy. Yeah, the weight thing is the other just absolutely infuriating thing, because Alex does post a Friday weigh-in if she loses weight. If she doesn't lose or she gains, then she doesn't post anything. But she will post if she loses. And this week she claims to have lost 1.4 pounds, which is kind of sus. Okay, so predictably, later in the week, Alex did an Old Navy clothing haul, and Background Cup was good enough to post up here what the actual pictures of the clothes are supposed to look like on the models and what they look like on Alex. And so she had these ridiculous jeans, which are apparently like the harem pants we used to wear back in the 80s. God, those sucked. We thought they were great. And now they've come back around, and they sort of look that way on the model, but on Alex, it just looks like stretched out silliness. I don't know. She also got this prairie, Little House on the Prairie top. Again, looks good on the model, looks kind of silly on Alex because she is built like a Mack truck. I don't know. I don't know what Alex's obsession with the horrible jean shorts. I mean, at least these are more appropriate, where they're not like riding up to where the pockets are hanging out. Oh, gosh. So she's even wearing a white t-shirt, crop t-shirt, just like the model. But yeah, I don't know what size she claims she's wearing right now. This is probably going to haunt somebody's nightmares. Apparently, this is supposed to be like a little schoolgirl outfit, but real clothes from Old Navy. And this is what Alex looks like in it. And it is terrifying. So let's move on from there. So, Background Cup said, just dropping these here. She actually said the shorts were too big. She just needed a belt. God forbid her crotch isn't eating up whatever bottoms she wears. It's just too big in her eyes when it fits how it's supposed to. Yeah, Alex is pretty notorious for wearing her pants just riding up into her crotch. It's just disturbing. Accomplished Cell said, I love that she's so lazy and fashion challenged that she just bought the full outfits the models are wearing. Yeah, didn't style anything herself. And she's going to return it all. You know she will. I think I saw her wear one blouse, so she usually will keep one little thing and then return everything else. Scared Strength said, that's what I was thinking, and actually thinking it would look the same. Imagine without the filters. Yeah, the filters are insane lately. And just a reminder, this is one of the big reasons why the internet loathes Alexandra Rodriguez, is because she claims she does not filter her photos anymore, and yet, for fuck's sake, she makes herself look like a different person. And we'll get into that in just a second. Okay, so here is what Alex posted Friday of last week. That is her weekly weigh-in photo, and she claims to have lost another pound and a half almost. There's plenty of speculation about how much of her weight loss she's faking, whether or not she's on Ozempic or something of that nature, because the way Alex eats, the way she has always eaten, has always ended up in very little weight loss, and anything she does lose, she quickly regains. But now somehow she's started doing Weight Watchers for the 15th time and making all these hacks, and it's resulted in super steady weight loss for the past couple of months, although it's really hard to see where any weight loss has happened, because to me, she looks the same. So here is the picture on the left in these leopard pants that should be illegal, is from this week. And this picture on the right in the dress is from about 5 months ago, so earlier 2025. And they're supposedly, the person on the left is nearly 40 pounds lighter than the person on the right. And I don't see that. I don't see it. 40 pounds is a significant amount. I mean, Alex is about 5'7". She's not especially tall. You would notice 40 pounds. You would see it in her face. And I'm not seeing it. And most of Reddit doesn't see it either. So I'm not the crazy one. So it's user Blondie Girl 74 put this side by side comparison together, and they said, I really do wish her well with her weight loss this time around, but honestly, I just don't see a difference. The first photo is from today's vlog, and the second photo is from 5 months ago. She claims she is at a 36-pound loss, but I don't buy it. I wanted to add that both of these photos are from her everyday looks and not try-on hauls. So yes, they're both filtered, but not extremely filtered like her try-on hauls. And man, the filters are really the worst thing to me. The filtering that she does, the way she makes herself look like a different person in her thumbnails, and then claims not to do it is the worst part. It's totally insane. And so this week in Reddit, better than the fucking FBI, user plain jellyfish 9 was kind enough to blow up this close up of this photo of Alex's right hand, which absolutely does not look anything like this. So if her hand looks like that, then you know there's some trickery going on in here. And so it would make sense that the rest of it is filtered. And this is what gaslighting does. It drives normal people insane because I'm trying to reconcile what Alex actually looks like, which is something along these lines. So here we have on the right is a still from a vlog, and you can see this is what Alex actually looks like with her dowager's hump and her bad posture and her massive thighs, and she looks more like this. But then she posts a try-on haul over here on the left, and she claims to look like this. And this person on the left is not the same person as on the right. That is not what she looks like. On the right, at the bottom here, is what she actually looks like. This is from not even a week ago, I don't think. And then she's got her thumbnail picture over here at the bottom left, and that does not look like the same person. I mean, we all want to look better, obviously, and we all want to take advantage of modern science and technology and make our pictures and videos look better. But when you are a so-called public figure or influencer like Alex with a fairly large platform, there has to be some integrity. There has to be some honesty. And the fact that she just blatantly lies about so many things, but about something like this, this person is not this person. And we all can see that. And yet she says right to our faces, no filters here. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you. For example, here is where she used this doctored photo as her thumbnail on a vlog called Days in My Life as a Content Creator. As if you haven't made this exact video once a week for the past 15 years. Who the fuck cares? But you can see she's completely made herself look about 150 pounds here, and she's got no double chin, and she slimmed her face, and yada yada. But then we have this, which is a still from the vlog. And you can see that this person looks nothing like the person in the thumbnail. It's so insulting that she does this and claims that she doesn't. It's really astounding to me. Here's another still from one of the vlogs, and that was her husband, Yar. And Native Elderberry said, can he sit and lean any further away from here? This is just a still from the vlog, not the greatest lighting, but yeah, look at him. He is just, his body language says so much. The little bit that she shows him in vlogs, I mean, I can see why she doesn't show him very often, because you can tell this guy cannot stand her. Original Fuck Girl said, he's sitting so far away, his arms onto his sides, leaning away. He looks like a guest in someone else's house, and he was made to sit next to someone he doesn't know super well. Few Classrooms said, I know he's mad because she got rid of the chairs where the arms were a physical barrier from her. Lalbal said, "You can't convince me that he is intimate with Alex. He always positions himself as far away from her as possible." And Powder and Paint said, "Yeah, he seems to want to be as far away from her as possible. It doesn't suggest that they have any sort of intimate life, does it?" No, it does not, because they call each other bro and dude, and she can't get him to show any kind of affection to her. As the week came to a close, Move Suspicious posted this, and they said, "Proof that Alex uses filters to change her entire face. Look closely. Here's an analysis of how different her facial features are. Let's get rid of the obvious triple chin edits for a moment and just look at her forehead, eyebrow placement, eyes, nose, and cheeks, left side versus right side." I mean, how she has the gall to say she does not use any kind of image altering filters or Photoshop or whatever you want to call it. It is, I mean, I just want to bash my head against the wall, quite frankly. And I know I'm not the only one that feels that way. And this is the crux of why people want Alex off the fucking internet so badly, because she is just such a horrible influence on any vulnerable young girl who watches this absolute trash. But look, that is not the same face. You know, she's got a slimming thing going on here. And yes, the chin fat is gone. And that person is right. Look at the placement of the eyebrows. Look how much more compact her face is here. Look at this. My God. I mean, I don't even know that much about filters, and it's so clearly obvious. So I don't know how long this can go on, that she can just continue to say, "Oh, no, 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 I don't use filters. No, sorry, I don't use filters. I don't know what to tell you." Because she's probably not using filters. She's probably using, some special program called something else that makes her look more like what she wants to look like instead of what she actually looks like. And yeah, we all love to make ourselves look better with all the fancy tech we have now, but we're not all vlogging our lives on YouTube 3 times a week. And nobody likes a lying influencer. And so that's why so many people hate Alex. So, Move Suspicious said regarding these face pictures, the left side is still filtered, but these are screenshots from her vlogs, caught at moments when the filters glitch. Look at the actual shape of her head. It's much rounder. Her forehead is much shorter and spread out. Her eye shape, her eyebrows are much closer to her eyes. Wow, that is true. That's crazy. Almost like Oscar the Grouch or Bert from Sesame Street. Her eye shape is more sunken in. Yes, that is true. Swallowed by her massive cheeks, her nose and mouth are completely different. Yeah, they do. They do actually look significantly different. Move Suspicious goes on. Obviously, she's much bigger with inflamed cheeks and 4 chins, but I wanted to make an observation solely based off of her facial features to compare. On the right side, her head is pulled and stretched out long ways, making her forehead taller and longer, pushing her eyebrows up and making her eyes larger. She pinched her nose smaller. She gave herself fuller lips and squeezed her cheeks inward to slim them down, cutting half the puffiness down, thus creating worse looking, droopy jowls. She's completely changed her head shape altogether and given herself a jawline and neck, erasing her chins. But the illusion is insane. This girl is the biggest fraud and troll on the internet. Well, that's the perfect place to leave this one. That is what I have for you today, guys. Now, tell me I'm not crazy. Do you think this whole filtering thing with Alex is worth making content about? Because it bothers me to such an extent that it makes me question my sanity. And I know I'm not the only one. So I appreciate all the other people on this subreddit who validate my being so infuriated with Alex on a daily basis. Um, Let me know what you think. Are you sick of the filtering thing? Do you know of other influencers who use filters and say they don't? I mean, Alex can't be the only one, but she is definitely the most blatant one. And it really, I mean, there are becoming rules with AI. You know, we all have to say on every video that there's nothing AI in it, or there is. And so I think it should be the same for, you know, if you're vlogging your life, you have to look like what you look like. Or you have to say this content is filtered. I mean, that would be the fair thing to do. I don't know what the answer is. All I know is it pisses me off. It's so aggravating to me that young women are being influenced by this idiot, and she's, you know, making all this money doing just the wrong things. I actually thought of one of the first videos she posted after her son was born, when she had him in the little carrier thing strapped to her and she had her hands free and she was moving around in the kitchen, and the poor baby's head was like rocking back and forth and just being tossed all over the place. And she didn't have the instinct to put her hand on the back of his head, which you would do in any case. But when the baby is moving around and you know the baby can't hold their head up, you would have the instinct to put your hand on their head. And that was the first time that I was like, what is going on here? This girl is something is not right with her. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But tell me what you think about the filters. I know we're all freaking sick of it. I know we're just all waiting for the other shoe to drop, for something to happen. But there's no guarantee of that. Alex may just go on her merry way for infinity until YouTube doesn't exist anymore. And if there are people who want to watch her mindless, boring, bullshit content, there's nothing we can do about that either, except to continue making content, bringing awareness to all the reasons why Alexandra Rodriguez should be taken off the internet, in my humble opinion. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you made it this far to the end, you are a super trooper, and I so appreciate it. We are almost to 2,500 subs, and that is really just makes my heart sing that this little channel is growing slowly but steadily. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video, and thank you so much.